nitty gritty. I got a question I want to ask y'all and the chat people, Knicks fans worldwide. Why are new school Knicks fans, afraid, outright scared to trade for a superstar? I'm trying to figure this thing
Shit.
out in my mind. I can't figure this thing out in my mind. Like, not only are new school Knicks fans afraid, I get the sense that they just flat out scared. Mr. Rivera, I want to pass it to you. This your joint. This
Yes,
your joint, man.
sir.
You tell me.
All right, there's a couple reasons. I'm gonna tell you why. For one, history. History shows that the Knicks don't do good when they trade for superstars. History shows. I mean, we could get into the Melo thing and how that went, but that's just what it is. Um, for me, I just don't want the team to make a move that's just like so outlandish and then it mess up the what's going on in the future. You know what I mean?
In what future?
In our future, in RJ's future, in Ovi's future, in Quickly's future, in Randall's future, he's going to be here for the next 3 years. He got what 3 years left. So I mean, we don't want to mess that up.
Okay. 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 So, Greeny, what you thinking, bro?
I mean, I kind of agree with Kendall on this one. I don't want them to mess up their future as far as giving up the draft picks, and then what happens if things don't go as well as planned, and now we in a hole because we don't have the draft picks to get out the hole that we in, and maybe now somebody don't want to be on. Maybe the superstar, whoever's here, doesn't want to be on New York now. Now we out of a superstar and out of draft picks, so it's like I I, I don't know. I do want them to get a superstar, yes, but I don't want them to give up as much as Danny Ainge or whoever they doing businesses wants to give up because the market is all messed up right now because of Rudy Gobert. So
Yeah,
Mm.
facts,
It,
facts.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And this is no disrespect to you, gentlemen, because I respect y'all as people first before even fanhood. I respect y'all as people first before fanhood. But it just sounds like y'all scared, bro. It sounds like y'all ain't never experienced the greatness of a superstar in New York, like your own star, like somebody you can attack. Listen, not Carmelo, because Melo was a high level star, bro. High
mhm.
level star. Some people even say superstar. There was some years that he finished in the top 10 in MVP voting, right?
hmm Top
But
three,
y'all never
top three 1 year.
you top three one year,
Mhm.
right? But
Mhm.
y'all never knew what it was like to have your own Michael Jordan.
We never knew what it was like to win, Freezy. I told you
Right,
that. We don't
Nope.
know. We don't
Yep. And
know.
right,
no
For the
Patrick
last
Ewing.
we
No
don't.
nothing.
For the last 20 years we had three 40 win seasons. That's barely making the playoffs. We
right,
had
right.
2 50 win seasons. That's okay. You there. But 2 50 win seasons in 20 years, it's not ideal.
That's not and so the reason why I asked that from a position of I know 50 win seasons. 50 win seasons was not 50 win seasons in my mind is like going 10-6 in football. That's it. 50
Mhm.
wins. That means
hmm
in my mind 50 if you only won 50 games, that means you lost 30 times.
Mhm.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's just the way I think about it, right? And so for the new school fans that can speak to 50 wins, I'm like, yo, what are y'all thinking?
Yeah.
Y'all scared? How are you telling me? And this is just me throwing out a wild scenario. How are y'all telling me that trading all these young kids for John Morant is a bad thing? I just can't figure it. I can't. It boggles my mind, like how a new school fan could say, "Nah, I'm gonna pass on job because I don't want to give up 5 kids and 7 draft picks." You know what I'm saying? It
hmm
boggles my mind. And based on what y'all are saying, y'all like, well, what if Ja get here and he don't like it, and now we got gave up all them kids that it took us all these years to accumulate, and all those draft picks that we may never get back for a guy that don't even like us.
Because that's what we experienced.
Exactly. And I put it like this. I put it like this.
That's what we experienced.
It's not that we don't want it. It's the fact that they trying to rape us. They trying to take everything from us, and that's not what it is. That's not what we want. We trying to get at least give up the 4 picks and like 3 players, 3 to play.
All right, Uncle Freezy, put it like this. When was the last time the Knicks had a good young core the way we do? The amount of draft picks we have, the amount of assets we have, and a superstar that we can trade for right now. When have all 4 of them things clicked at the same time for the Knicks?
Perfect storm.
Never. But here's the thing. When did the other 29 other NBA teams have that same scenario you mentioned? It's not like all 29 other teams have it and we don't. It's a rare occurrence.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it. You have your star, you have your young core, you have all these lottery picks, you have these assets, and assets meaning stuff like tradable contracts, expiring contracts,
not a lot of money,
multiple second round picks that are valuable that you can include to sweeten a deal. Multiple guys at a position. See, an asset is not necessarily a young player or a draft pick. An asset could be like overstock at a position. Say you got 3 point guards and you drafted a dude and all of a sudden he tearing up the G League and he got to get on it. You know he an NBA player, but you don't have no room for him. Now he an asset. Or
somebody on the roster is an asset that you could trade.
Yeah.
A la D Rose.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And so when we look at this conversation, man, we got to look at it like, or let me put it this way. When I look at it as a generation of Knicks fans that are afraid to move because movement is scary. Because I think the last 10 to 15 seasons, the last 20 seasons, I think we comfy in our position. I think we comfy being a 30 to 40 win team. Because what's on the other side, what's on the other side is scary because we never experienced it. It's like when you put the hamburger down for the baby. Like any of y'all got babies?
Yes, sir.
You know how you try to get your baby to try a different food, and the baby be looking at it, and you like, stop playing with your food, eat it. And he's like, man, I ain't feeling this shit. What you said that? Well, you said that was a hot dog. I don't know if I'm gonna.
You gotta lie. You gotta lie.
My son is like that with ketchup. He do not like ketchup.
Man. I was just about to say you gotta take the hot dog and you gotta cut it up into little pieces, and then you gotta make it look like the food that they used to eating, and then you gotta be patient with them because if you force them to eat it, they're gonna cry.
Yep.
Right. And then they might not like it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was with me and Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, man. and that's how I think. That's how I think. Some of these this generation of Knicks fans may be looking at the future. They're not looking at the future as being ultra bright. They looking at future as being uncertain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I put it like this: when in 2013, when we won 54 games. I've been chasing that high since 2013, so almost 10 years now. Like last year, the year before last was the next best season for me, like of great winning, and the energy was high for New York. So you've been chasing that high since 2000. So that's almost 10 years of like straight losing, straight nothing, except for 2 years ago when we won. And even in that, it was like the way it ended was bittersweet.
Right. So ultimately, so Greeny, ultimately, what are you looking for?
I want the superstar. I want a 50-win season. I want to have 50-win seasons for at least 3 consecutive years, so that we can attract another star. Because one season ain't gonna do it.
Right. Mr. Rivera, what you looking for, bro?
Same thing. 50 wins all the time consecutively. Let me get 50 wins, 50 wins, 50 wins, 50 wins, and then attract another star, and then we go to 60. Let's push the boundaries. Why we can't win 60? Who says we can't?
Yeah, who says we can't? Right. In my opinion, as an old school fan, bro, 50 wins is not the benchmark, man. 50 wins, in my opinion, like I said, is like your NFL team.
It's like
you know
a
what I'm
requirement.
saying? Going 10-6. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
like
what you're saying. It's
what
just
it is.
solidifying your spot in the playoffs. It's not telling you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, 40 wins is like going 8-8. You know what I'm saying? Or 45 is like 9-7. That's not really in the grand scheme of things.
That's that wild card. That's that wild card game, which is the play-in, which is a wild card game. I don't want to be in the wild card game, and then we go home, and then we sitting there for 2 months talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Nah.
Talking 2 months about how come stars don't want to come here, and how come the front office is not drafting stars, and then you turn your eye to the draft, and now you really bitter because the draft is loaded with stars at the top, and you made the playoffs and got steamrolled, and now you picking 12, and all the talent is gone by 9.
Yeah, but what I would say though is, we got smacked by Atlanta the year before last, but Atlanta got smacked this year, so it's kind of like it wasn't that bad that we lost to them, because the very next year it's not like they made it further than what they did the year before. You know what I'm saying? They got smacked, and Trae Young got smacked, but no one's really talking about it. But this is a Knicks segment, so we ain't gonna talk about it.
But guess what? Atlanta got that feeling of getting smacked, and guess what they did?
Oh yeah, they read up.
Yeah,
they went and got DeJounte Murray.
They went out and got DeJounte Murray.
See, we got smacked, and we brought in Fournier and Kemba.
Right.
And then we got smacked again, and then we sitting there hesitating on a person that could take us over the hump.
Yeah, I think we do need Donovan right now. The East is getting stronger. Everybody else in the East is getting stronger. Like we need that. We need that right now. If you look at just our division, just the Atlantic division, is that what it's called? You feel me? Like, every team, we're the worst team. Every team is better than us. We gotta be better than those teams first. So you feel me? And then we can address the rest of the conference.
Like, let's finish first or second in the division first. Then we ain't even showing we could do that. We showing we could finish fourth. Like,
and we got good teams in our division.
Oh yeah, we probably have the toughest division in the league, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Hey, and let me say this real quick. Hey, Vernon B. Harrigan, thank you for joining the Blorange Tears family. Mr. Harrigan basically went to the Blorange Tears homepage, clicked on the join button, and became a member. And that's why you see that symbol by his name, the cha-ching symbol. So Vernon, hey, thank you for joining. We happy to have you aboard. We're trying to put out quality content by doing these live streams from different perspectives. Right now, you're watching New School Knicks with Mr. Rivera and Greeni, and in a couple hours, you'll be watching Old School Knicks with your main man, Uncle Freezy, #1 Chief Rocket Knicks Universe, and Anthony D. We're gonna rock the spot for a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna go do a video to put up here on the channel, right? The Cam Reddish conundrum is what I'm thinking about the video being. Why Cam Reddish is frustrating people on both sides, because there are people that are saying, man, just get rid of Cam Reddish. He a bust. Why you wasting time? Why you paying him when he never showed nobody nothing wherever he went? And then there are other people on the other side of the argument saying, yo, this kid could be Tracy McGrady. So now you got a conundrum. So I'm going to try to work on that, try to get that out today. And then y'all know we're going to be live streaming too, bro. This is Blorange Tears work around the clock for me, even if you don't see my face.
Yeah,
right?
It's going to pay off.
But yeah, man. Listen. It's already paying off, bro, because it's fun.
Yes, sir. It's not. You don't get tired doing something fun.
Yeah.
But let me say this, Freezy, real quick. First of all, I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank you, Greeny, for seeing the vision with me. Thank
Good
you,
looking, hit
Freezy,
me up, bro.
for
You know,
allowing me to pitch something, and you went with it with me. Thank you for everybody that's in the chat watching, because like a lot of times we hear all the old school stories, and us that didn't get to see the '90s, we kind of be lost. We didn't see Patrick Ewing, we didn't see Harper and Oakley and all those guys, so we didn't get to see those good days. So we kind of wanted to give a different side of the some of the best days of the new Knicks, and then a lot of the worst days of the new Knicks, and then the future, what's going on for right now. So I want to thank everybody for coming out.
Right.
thank you, Kendall. Thank you, bro.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, so what's the resolution to this? Like, because ultimately, y'all saying 50-win seasons, but how do you get to 50 wins if you don't go get a guy?
No,
You
we
gotta
need
get that guy. You gotta get the guy.
gotta.
It's on honestly, the Knicks' hands is tied. To be honest with you, like they ain't got no choice. Like either you're gonna get fired because you didn't want to make the move, and then because now you're gonna go out there and you're gonna win 37 to maybe 41 games, losing the play-in if you even make the play-in, and now you're getting fired that off season. So honestly, if they were smart, they would just take that deal or compromise the deal in some kind of way where they don't have to give up 7 picks, maybe try to give up 4 to 5 and then the 3 players, but you're gonna come up with something, and it has to be something. You have to do it. There's no choice.
Okay. I'm messaging King Ant G right now, man. Well, was King Ant G wanting to jump on?
Well, I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I definitely will.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna disappear for a second. Y'all rock for a split second, bro. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah, but I agree with you, Kendall, on that. Yeah, definitely. Like we gotta go get the guy. It's gonna happen. Whether it's this year, next year, it's gonna happen because we have the pieces. You know what I mean? Like everything's aligning. So we just gotta wait it out at this point. I think the Knicks do have the leverage. They just gotta wait it out. And yeah, that's it.
like I saw the thing was stalled or whatever for the last couple of weeks. They ain't been talking, but I honestly just think it's just because like they don't want to budge. So they trying to be like, oh, go figure it out over there. And then when you don't go, the grass ain't green over there. That's what they're gonna come do. They're gonna come flying back over there with the tails tucked, like, oh, you know what? That deal that you said the other day, I like that deal. I'll take
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Because the players that we have, they can like if they do sign Obi and Quickly or and Grimes or whoever we give over there, if they're not performing the way they want to, they can just release. They just, you know what I mean, let them go.
Yeah,
And
because it's contract year for them, right?
you feel me? Yeah, exactly. So
Well, no,
no, it's not contract
that's
year,
the
but
year
they
after.
could.
The year after.
Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? It's coming up. So and that's just save money, and they're gonna save money signing them 2 players anyway. They don't have an expensive bag right now. They're on rookie contracts. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and none of them is gonna command the 150 that max like that. Like none of them are going to. I don't think
right.
unless Obi for the next 2 years. If he gets traded over there, and then the year after the next, if he start going crazy on some doubles and you know what I mean doing, then he might demand that. Unless that's the only way. But I doubt it. But because to me, Obi is a 15-8 guy. 15-8 at best. He can maybe, but for right now, I see a ceiling 15-8 and maybe like 4 or 3 or 4 assists. That's it. I'm not really seeing him do anything more than that.
Right.
Unless he just come with a bag, like he just come out and just dominate. But I'm hoping if he could do it here, but I doubt it because we got too many obstacles in his way.
Right. And 8 rebounds, that's aggressive, saying that Obi's coming off the bench.
Oh, not here. I'm talking about like Utah. If he was to get traded in Utah.
Oh.
Because he'll have the minutes. He'll have the time to do that. But here, oh, no, 8 rebounds here? Nah. We'll be lucky if we get 6.
Lucky. Yeah, lucky, man. Let me ask this. Does anybody on the roster... I think King Ant G is unavailable at the moment to rock. So I think he just like, yo, he gonna listen today, and then on future stuff he'll jump in and rock with us.
All right, that's cool.
But and shout out to King Ant G, by the way,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to him.
the creative process is one that's ever evolving and morphing into other things. So me and Greeny was just talking about that before we got on, like
About to
doing
be
stuff.
real.
How one thing always lead to something else, man. And you know what I'm saying? But what I would say to you guys, and we're all in the same boat now, whether you're a new school fan or old school Knicks fan, not in terms of a stance. That's the co-producer. She always looking out for me.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She got questions to ask too.
Yeah. She like, why you keep talking about Obi? No, that's right. But yeah, man. But what I was gonna ask you guys is, are y'all comfortable with this direction? If we just stay the course and just rock with what we got, y'all comfortable with that?
Greeny.
If our players develop the right way, if RJ turns out to be the person that we want him to be, and Cam Reddish is not getting hurt and be this Tracy McGrady, that's I guess is but I do. I kind of do. Like I told you before, plenty of times. I think the Knicks are in the win-win. They get the superstar, they're in the win. If they sit here and let their players grow and they turn out to be what they want to be, they're in the win-win. So like, it is what it is.
Wow.
What you think about it, Kendall?
I agree. Like it's not. We're not doing anything bad. Like it's not like a big thing. It's they doing all the right things, drafting the players, letting them develop, and all of that. So it's not really that bad. It's just that we want to win because we see everybody else getting better, and we know that our talent is not there yet. That's the thing.
Right.
If we just want to be patient, if we had a patient fan base, then sure. But we want to win, and we know that adding that piece will allow us to win. So, but
how long are y'all gonna be patient though, bro?
Honestly,
I've been patient a long time dealing with the Knicks and the Giants.
Right.
I don't know. I think if they don't get nothing done, I'll be frustrated. But I think that once the season starts, I know that I ain't got no other choice but to watch it. So I think I'll be fine. But after this season, I don't think I have any more patience if they don't do anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. This season is a turning point for me and a turning point on the whole organization because they got to get it together. They got everything. If they don't make no moves in this year or the next year to get a superstar in here, I'm gonna be like, what are y'all doing? I'm gonna be on your type of time, Freezy, like August 1st type of time.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, right?
I mean, I already know. I already know.
You know what's crazy
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say we like 6 or 7 games over 500, but we still need that little push. And by the trade deadline, if they don't make something happen, because now if you're 6 or 7 games over 500 and you don't do nothing at the trade deadline to push yourself over the hump, maybe you like 2 or 3 games back from like 5th or 4th place or 7th place or whatever, you got to do something. Good teams do something. Look at the Detroit Pistons. They got Rasheed Wallace to push themselves over that hump to win.
Yeah.
So you got to do something.
Hey, the Knicks did that same move too, by the way.
I think what the Knicks are waiting
Rasheed
for
Wallace to push him over the hump. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I remember seeing teams
Yes, sir. Ball don't lie. Yeah, ball don't lie. They kicked out the game for that. Ball don't lie.
I really do think the Knicks are just waiting for Donovan Mitchell to say that he wants to come to New York. Because once he says that, then his value is going to drop from like the value of what he can get traded for in the market. That's when that's going to shift. Once he says he wants to come to New York, because it's not the Utah Jazz saying we have what you want. It's the Knicks now saying to the Jazz like we have what you want because your player doesn't want to be there anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. That's what I think is gonna. I think that's why the holdup is here because the Knicks are probably waiting to like. I don't know. But I do think that that's what they're trying to do. I don't think they want to pay that price right now for Donovan.
Right.
Yeah, the price too high. The price too high. Like no team was going to do that trade. No, I don't think no team.
Ain't no team doing that trade.
Because then if that goes down, then the market is totally chopped now. What is Kevin Durant going for?
Forever.
What is these like
exactly. What
what are
happened
these?
when Devin Booker to say, "Oh, I want to be gone"
Yeah,
after Chris Paul leaves? They're gonna be like,
how
"Wow,
much he's gonna be worth? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
10
Like,
draft picks."
Right.
what's Jaylen Brown gonna be worth? Because
Right.
maybe he see the deals going on, then he like, damn, maybe I might as well just get up out. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if Giannis wants to get up out of there? What is he gonna be worth?
Oh, you gotta give him half the team. Like you gotta give
Yeah.
him half
Yeah.
the stake in the team. Like
Yep.
like whatever team he
So I'm
goes to.
saying
So he gonna own the New York Knicks.
The Knicks legit would have to trade Staten Island for Giannis.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The whole Staten Island would have to belong to the Bucks.
Facts. We're gonna have to name a bridge. We're gonna have to name a bridge after them. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like he might get a borough, so it might be the 5 boroughs and Giannis. So when he's gonna be like, "Yo, where you live at? Where you from?" Giannis. You know, I respect it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and so the thing is though, with y'all's stance, I mean, I don't begrudge y'all stance. I think it's a pretty safe play, seeing where we're coming from. I think though, in order to get your car out the ditch, you got to put your foot on the gas a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? I know that sounds like a stretch. Like, man, nah, we could just stay the course. But y'all been staying the course, bro, because I remember hearing the associate NBA, the deputy commissioner saying the New York Knicks select Clee Anthony early out of Wichita State. I remember that, bro.
I thought that was a steal. I really thought that was a steal.
Like, oh man!
I was like, yo, what? Got Clay Anthony early to find out he was a bum.
Why he's still there? Yeah, why he's still here? Yeah, now we know. Now we know why he was still there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
And that Wichita State team overachieved. It was Clee Anthony early. I think it's Fred VanVleet. I think it was Ron Baker. I think it was and like a big or something. Mm-hmm. And Clee Anthony early went the year before they went, and a whole bunch of stuff. And we think like, yo, yeah, blase, boom, boom, boom. Nah.
Mm-hmm. And we doubled back. We doubled back and got his man's Ron Baker. Now he's a doctor.
Oh my god. Geez.
We drafted a doctor. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then he ain't been the same since Anthony Davis did that to his eye when he dunked him.
Yeah. But he sold out though. He sold out to try to block Anthony Davis, bro.
Yeah, we gotta give him that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why he did that.
I don't know. He put his body on the line, bro.
That's like Brandon Knight trying to block DeAndre Jordan with that. Like, why would you do that, bro? You know, you 6'3".
And he ain't been the same since either.
Brandon ain't been the same since Kyrie cooked him at the rookie game.
Oh yeah.
I got a question for you guys.
Do you
think we're going into next season? Do you think we're going into next season with Fournier on our starting lineup?
I think no. I think that Grimes is slow. I think training camp Grimes taking that spot. Okay. I think it's gonna happen in training camp.
I think y'all gonna be frustrated with that, bro. I think not only is Fournier here, not only is he gonna be here, he gonna start, and he gonna play 80 games as the starter.
I think he's gonna start too, and I don't want.
Yeah, and he gonna play. His defensive rating is, bro. I'm not saying that he's 3-and-D, but his 3 is pretty decent, and his D is kind of average. You know what I'm saying? And he's 6'7".
He just don't dribble the ball. Like he doesn't like.
That's the frustration.
Scared. He's scared to put He's scared to put the ball on the ground. Like he's really scared out there. It's like predator, killer bee eating. Like he's really scared out there.
Yeah,
he's really scared.
he act like because you know how you go to the park, you nice in your park, but then when you go to the elite park, maybe West Fork Park or whatever, and you go out there with the big boys, you freeze up like, oh, maybe I ain't as good as I thought.
They was hyping him up before he came, like, oh, Evan Fournier is this playmaking wing scorer that we need. Mm-hmm. Like he's the shooter. I ain't gonna lie, he's a shooter.
Nah, he's a shooter.
But he's scared to dribble the ball. He has one move, that little sidestep move. That's all he want to do. Just go to the corner
But he a big time shooter.
But he good at it though.
He
He's
is.
good at it.
He get it. He hit him in the good moments, the best moments.
He gonna give you one game where he goes 7 for 9. Then the next game he gonna come back and go 1 for 6.
Or 2 for 9.
Yeah,
he's 7 or 9 or 2 for 9.
Yep, all that too.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's a journeyman. Like he's been around. Well, no, it's Denver, Orlando, Boston.
I feel like Evan Fournier was his best role was always coming off the bench. When he came off the bench, he was always the best version of himself. So why not come off the bench here?
So I got a hot take. So then why don't he just become our version of Manu Ginobili?
Because he's not going to settle for that. Like Freezy said, he's not going to settle for that because, like you said, he feels like a journey. He's a journeyman, so he doesn't want to take that backseat role toward this young youth. You know what I mean? If Cam could fit right in his role, you could put Cam in the lineup or Quentin Grimes in that lineup and switch RJ or leave him at, you know what I mean? However you want to put him.
That's true, but I wouldn't put Cam in that lineup only because Cam seemed like he just too like he just let the game just go. Like the game will pass him by. Like he's the type of person to forget that it was like 7 minutes left. Like he's like, oh, I thought, well, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I thought it was still time on the clock. Like what? Mm-hmm. But like, like he just seemed like that. But Grimes just seemed more of a better fit for this right now. Like it just seems better than like he's not going to demand the ball. He's just going to do what he's supposed to do. He's gonna make the right play all the time, majority of the time. I wouldn't say all the time, and that's it. And play defense. Like that's all I need. That's all you really need because we don't need nobody else like being the main scorers outside of Randall, Brunson, and RJ.
Right.
So we just need some players that's gonna fit the role. And sometimes Fournier seems like he want to be Randall, RJ, and now Brunson. Like he seems like he wants to be one of those guys. Like. Right. Not that guy.
Right.
I think.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I think Brunson coming to the team will help us out tremendously because when Fournier was doing a little bit too much dribbling, he was scared out there. So I think it would like you're saying, Freezy, if we can get him in that catch and shoot role more often, it might look better now. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he was overdoing it. One night he hitting a whole bunch of side step threes and step back threes. And then the next night he come back trying to do the same thing, but he's just not hitting. Maybe he just needs that catch and shoot role. You know what I'm saying? Like and the spacing is going to be there for him this year. If he starts with Jalen Brunson.
And when him and the thing about Fournier is him shooting the side step three is not bad if we rebounding, right? Mm-hmm. But if we not rebounding grabbing those long rebounds. Then you get a guy like Ja Morant catch that long rebound full speed. Ain't nobody catching Ja. Well, you may as well not even try to get back on defense. You're not catching Ja Morant in the open floor. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just guys like Ja because Ja is the extreme. But think about Evan Fournier shooting that side step three from the corner is not catching the average NBA point guard in a foot race to the rim. You know what I'm saying? It's just not happening. Right, it's just not happening. Those are the things I'm like, Fournier, I know you cooking, and every time we did a live stream, I ain't gonna lie. Every time we did a live stream and was talking about Evan Fournier, and y'all know the one I'm talking about, the side step three from the corner where he drifting out of bounds. Mm-hmm. He make that shot a lot of times, bro. It's just when he miss.
Yeah, when he miss it, it looks horrible. But when it's like one of those, no. Yes. If he make it.
Yeah. Bro, it's bananas, bro. It's bananas, man. And D'Angelo, salute, bro.
So we don't want to give up. We don't want to give up those momentum plays, like the Ja Morant go there. They up. We up 8, but Ja Morant get that fast break 360 dunk on the fast, and now momentum changed because they all hype. We don't want to give up those.
Right.
Happens all the time. It happens all the time.
All the time, man. And it's one of them deals, bro. Like all it takes is the slightest misstep and transition defense. And before you know it, now you're getting guys like RJ Barrett, who is not the most elite athlete. And I got to pick. But RJ Barrett and Evan Fournier trying to catch elite athletes in space, and it's not a good look, bro.
Exactly. Probably wind up hurting himself trying to jump from somewhere he shouldn't be jumping from.
Right. Yeah.
It's all those. It's all. So I mean, do we tell him to stop doing that? Like the sidestep three, like how Randall used to do the spin. How do you tell him to stop? Because he's good at it. It's like maybe we do it at the right time. If you have it, do it. If you don't have that, don't force it.
Don't force it, man. Don't force. But you tell him not to do it, man, and then he hitting. You're like, oh, now you're trying to take my man out his game.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like
that's the problem.
There's so many problems that we have, like coming into the season. But I just think that we're not as bad as what people are making it seem, but we're not as good as what people are making it seem. We're right in the middle, and that's the issue. Why do you want to be in the middle? Who wants to be in the middle?
I did a video on that on Patreon, like how close are the Knicks to purgatory?
Mm-hmm. See,
yeah,
thinking
man.
right, like who wants to be in the middle? Like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to be average. Who wants to be average?
Yeah,
I think.
But let me ask y'all. Let me ask you this, Mr. Rivera. This for you and Greeny. How long do you stay in this position? Like, or even better, how long is staying in this position acceptable to you guys before you like, yo, we need to either make changes at head coach, the front office, or the roster? Like how long are y'all willing to wait? Y'all willing to wait like 3?
Oh, I'm not waiting 2 years. We better have a star here. 2 years.
Okay.
We got all the pieces aligned. When, like I said before, when have the Knicks had all of the pieces aligned like we have now? 2 years, they have to have a star here. They have to.
2 years. They got to the end of this year. They got this year, and then that's it. Like after that, it's somebody got to go. Either they all go, or maybe we keep the front office and then Tibbs go, or we keep Tibbs and the front office, but they got to the end of this year. So the next off season that's coming up, they don't do nothing. Bye-bye. Well, matter of fact, I put it like that. If we lose out this season, like we just lost under 500, no playoffs, no play-in, no nothing, then everyone goes from Tibbs to front office. Everyone goes at the end of the year. Right. That's for me.
Right.
So that means that you blatantly knew that our roster was flawed and you did nothing to make it better outside of Brunson. Right. And you knew and you went and did something. Then you saw us losing in that season, and then you went to February to the trade deadline and said, I'm good at what we have. I'm good.
Right.
And we're not getting the number 1 pick because that's not what we get. We're not getting it. And it's a deep draft. We're still not going to get one. We're going to fall short of that. The last guy that's there that's projected to be drafted, we're going to fall short of that. And then we're not going to get nothing.
The way I feel about it is this, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. If you don't get Donovan Mitchell, and you can't get nobody else, man, I'm saying add Ferren Hunt, Trevor Keels, and John Montero to the roster, and play them kids.
Terrible.
Play them kids in the roles that you played Sims, Grimes, and McBride in last year. And then bump up Sims, Grimes, and McBride to get more rotation minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Make RJ the man, right? Make RJ the man, and trade Julius. And I love Julius, bro. But if you can't get a star, go get draft picks, bro. Go get draft picks. Trade Fournier, Rose, and Randall. Get draft picks. Try to do something in next year draft. Try to do something major. You got to do something major, bro. You can't, because all of this is, oh, I hope the ping pong balls fall in our favor this time. Man, that ain't happening, bro.
Never
you know that ain't happening,
like,
bro.
No number 1 pick since '85. Come on, bro. That's crazy.
The Knicks got the first number 1 pick ever in a lottery, right?
Yeah, when the
the
lottery
first
started.
number one pick in the lottery, and no number one pick since.
Mm-hmm.
No number two pick
Since.
since.
And we watched number
one
3,
three pick, one
4.
4 pick. That's it.
And then we watched
in that
Cleveland. We
almost
watched
40
Cleveland get
years.
it. Yeah, we watched Cleveland get it.
3 out of 4 years.
3 out of 4 years. Because
Yeah.
it was known that LeBron was going to go back once they fixed the roster. So they
Yeah.
was wait. They was giving them chances to fix the roster to get the Kyrie. They slipped up on Anthony Bennett, but that was their fault. But
Nah, because it was King's disease. They was getting the number one pick so often they could gamble.
So they got the Kyrie. So like that, now we got Kyrie, got a dynamic point guard, superstar point guard. Now we just need. And then we got the number. Now he coming back. All right, let me get him a number one pick again. Well,
right.
Well, no, because it was let him play. Because remember, he played a season before LeBron got there, or whatever, something like that. He played a couple seasons before that. Then they was like, "Oh, this team still ain't gonna win, so now let me give him another number one pick." And then it turned into Kevin Love.
Yeah,
and the rest is history. And then Cleveland, this is for you.
That number one pick, that number one pick in the draft. You know who that was?
Yeah, Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, it was Wiggins. And then they flipped it. They flipped it for Kevin Love.
For Kevin Love, yeah.
And then the whole Cleveland, this was for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So it's one of them things, man, where it's like, if you're a Knicks fan, you got to do something drastic, in my opinion, because you got two outcomes, right? The two outcomes for this NBA season, you got two outcomes. You win the championship or you don't. That's a true outcome. Either you win the championship or you don't. That's the ultimate outcome. Now, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in terms of determining that true outcome? You know you're probably about 4 players away from winning an NBA championship, right? But so is the worst team in the league. So is the Houston Rockets. They 4 players away from winning the NBA championship. And if you're in the same boat, and I'm just saying this, I'm not saying that we as bad as the Houston Rockets.
Okay, no.
Even though that Ben Carroll kid, and I mean not Ben Carroll, but the Jabari Smith kid looks like a baller, right?
Jalen Green, etc.
Bro, they man,
yeah,
they find them a true point guard.
That next team.
They 3 years away. They 3 years away.
KPJ too.
They 3 years away from being the new Grizzlies.
Right, and think about where the Orlando Magic are. What's the Orlando? In theory, what's the Orlando Magic need? Nothing.
Nothing.
They just need time.
They need time to develop because Cole Anthony's a dog. They got this kid, Paolo.
Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner.
Suggs is better than all them dudes, bro. Let me tell y'all something, bro.
Wagner is nice too. He averaged 18 as a rookie.
Right. Wagner ain't no joke, bro. I'm telling you. And then so check this out. Check this out in our conference. You see Orlando getting better, right? Orlando is like right on our heels. You see what Atlanta did, right? You see all these moves, and what have the Knicks done?
Got Leon Rose's godson.
We waiting on Obi.
I mean, we good though because we got the point guard that we needed. Like we ain't had no point guard like this in 15 years. So we good.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. I think they really high on RJ. I just think that they think that he's gonna pop this year, regardless of getting Mitchell or not. I think that they think he's next up.
But if you don't trade for Donovan Mitchell and say RJ breaks out and is 26, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, right? Say RJ starts at the 2, Cam Reddish breaks out and becomes that guy that we think he's going to become. Cam Reddish breaks out and is like 17, 7, and 5 or something crazy, right? Right? And Mitchell Robinson all of a sudden becomes a threat in the low post because he has guards that can get him the ball now, right? Even if all that stuff happens, the Knicks are probably no better than 8th You know what I'm saying? Because if you put RJ and Barrett in the lineup and he's 26 and something, Cam Reddish is 17 points and something. Basically, all you've done is replaced the production from Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier.
Well, nah, that's not fair. That's not fair to say.
Yeah, Evan Fournier
Nah,
averaged
bro.
14 points a game.
Yeah,
Derrick
but
Rose averaged 13 points a game. That's 27
but
points.
but that's from two people combined. Like that's from two people. Like it took two people to do what one person is about to do.
Right. Well, who's the other person that's going to step up?
I honestly think the only person that's really about to take the major jump, to be honest, is RJ. I don't think anybody else is really going to take the major jump like that.
I think Cam is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I definitely do think Cam is.
Cam, I want to say I want Cam to be. I want Cam to be great. It just does Cam want him to be great? Like does Cam want to be great? Like that's the problem. Like, am I good just getting checks? Am I good like getting minimum wage, or am I striving to get $2 more? But now I got to do extra work because I get the $2 more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, man. I'm not saying that Cam can't be that guy. I believe Cam can be that guy. Right. I believe Cam can be that guy, man. What I don't believe though is that Cam and RJ by themselves can lift this team to something greater than 49, 46, 47 wins. They also need additional help. Is Julius Randle that guy that can help them? Is Julius Randle able to become the best version of himself with Cam Reddish on the floor? Because Julius Randle is going to need consistent effort from other guys. His frustration, in my opinion, comes from the other guys not stepping up, like the wing players not stepping up. Right? Can Julius Randle be the best version of himself with Cam Reddish on the floor, and vice versa?
He has that Kobe mentality that don't trust your teammates, that just want to you know what I mean. Like that's like they not up to par with me, and I'm getting mad. And I don't want to pass on the ball because they trash. And they playing like trash, so they get some mad.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But I think he can coexist with Randle because Cam was a person that was that go-to guy until he got the Duke, and then he became a role player because he had to sit behind RJ and Zion. So I do think he can coexist with Julius Randle being a person that's gonna go on a post and turn around and probably get double teamed. He can pass out to Cam that's been playing catch and shoot since he was in Duke. So
yeah,
I do think he can fit in that role.
Yeah, I would love to see it, bro.
And then Cam as a guy is like, you gotta understand, he got size. Dude got posters. You go back last season and look at his highlights. He was posterizing people. He can put the ball on the floor and dunk on people and get to the rack and make plays, and he can shoot. And you can put him in pick and roll scenarios. So, I like him.
I honestly think if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, though, we could sneak a 50 win. Like if everything goes how it's supposed to between Cam and RJ, and Randle just sticks to doing what Randle does, playing his game, I think we could sneak 50 wins. I think we could sneak it. I ain't saying we're gonna get it, but I think we could sneak it if everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Because Brunson's gonna win us some games. We won 37 last year. I honestly think with best case scenario, I think the records switch. So it goes 45 and 37 versus 37 and 45. I think it goes 45 and 37 if everything pops. Right. And if then we get those gimme games like them sneak wins against Milwaukee or not the Lakers because they whack too, but the Miamis of the world.
I think we win 50 games, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think we win 50 games if we just beat the teams we supposed to beat. Last year, like we was talking about last night. We was talking about. I say last night. I guess it was earlier this morning, and definitely yesterday. Me and Subliminal 209, when we did the joint show, the YouTube Patreon show, we was talking about how we had Portland up against the ropes, ready to quit. and all of a sudden our shot stopped falling, and then they boat raced us, right? Because we didn't have a go-to guy. We didn't have a number one or number two option that can go get their own bucket.
Yep. And then we was on that high for the first 6 games of the season. We was like 5-1. And we was on that high. And then
who did we lose to? Who when we were 5-1? Who did we lose
to? Orlando spanked us. Then they beat us twice.
Yep.
On the back to back, they spanked us twice. I thought that the first one. I thought the first one they spanked us. All right, that one was coming. That L always gonna eventually come where teams beat you and beat you bad, and then you come back. It's like, oh, that was just a fluke. Nah, they did it twice.
Yeah,
they
did. I was pulling my dress that night. I was, I was so mad.
Yeah, it's like you can't lose those teams.
The other time I was mad is when we lost to the Thunder. Oh my
God!
Yeah.
That dude Williams just kept hitting. I'm like, who is this dude?
Henry Williams with that terrible haircut.
There's always somebody like, who is that dude?
And then Ricky Rubio on the Cavs.
On the Cavs, 37.
Like,
he was
my God,
carving
him. Yo, I was like,
he was carving up Kemba and Fournier. He was carving them up. And then Cam Thomas. Remember Cam Thomas cooked us when we was in that game, and then Cam Thomas cooked us. He was cooking Grimes. I ain't gonna lie, he was cooking Grimes.
Right.
Cam Thomas, people be sleeping on him. He's the Oak Hill Academy all-time leading scorer. People don't know that.
Didn't we pass up on Cam Thomas?
Yeah, we did.
We passed Cam Thomas because we took Grimes.
Too. Yeah, he played in the backcourt in high school with Cole Anthony.
Yep.
See,
think about it, he was still all-time leading scorer of Oak Hill Academy with Carmelo Anthony and all these all-time great players.
Yeah. See, the thing is that, like, when the games, like those midday games or the big games on ESPN, that's when the Knicks want to get up. They want to play and show out. But the games you're supposed to win, they just want to lay back and lose. And I'm like, well, wow, that's like the dumbest thing in the world, to get up for all these games, no matter who's on the schedule. Not just the Milwaukee Bucks on ESPN at 8 o'clock on TV or on everybody watching. That's when you want to get up. You're supposed to get up for the Orlando Magic where like 50 people watch it. It's the same thing. Right.
No lie, bro. And so where I live at in my region of the country, and probably with y'all too, because y'all can shoot flights and stuff, take flights. But generally, where I'm at, so I don't go to the Garden much, but everywhere else down south, like DC, Atlanta, Memphis, let me see, Charlotte, Orlando, Miami. I'll try to catch all of them games, right? Try to catch all of them, and a lot of times you can't, and it don't have nothing to do with your bread. It got something more to do with, dang, hotels cost that much on that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You be like, man, I ain't paying no $400, $500 for no room that look like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be smart with your finances or whatever. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, though, I try to catch the Knicks down here, like when they go on the circuit, right? And when you see these guys, bro, when you see, like for instance, when I saw Kemba Walker this season, bro, I was like, why does he even have a jersey? And I know people love Kemba, bro. I know people love Kemba, but when I saw Kemba run the pick and roll in Charlotte, and Miles Bridges ran from one thing all the way over and cut Kemba off, I was like, yo, that's a dude that plays small forward, power forward in the NBA.
Ain't no way he should be able to catch the point guard like that.
Ain't no way he's supposed to be running down our point guard like that and talking trash, talking about this my house. He in Kemba face. Like when y'all was watching the commercials, he all in Kemba face. You know what I'm saying? RJ going and separating. I'm like, get your ass out, go to your huddle. You know what I'm saying? And he barking at RJ, calling him a bust and all kind of stuff, bro. All this stuff that you don't see on TV, right? Mm-hmm. It make you think, as a Knicks fan, is this the way the NBA really see our team? Is this the way? Does the rest of the league really think RJ Barrett is an overhyped bust? Do they really see our point guard situation as terrible? We got. Do we really have washed up stars at point guard? Is that what we really rolling out? That's what I was thinking in real time. Like, dag, he barking at RJ. He all in RJ face. They calling RJ a bust. They laughing. Charlotte fans is laughing, and so I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When they did that, when they did and I knew Charlotte was gonna come out with a point to prove, right?
Mhm.
Because you know how they do the pregame introductions. They introduce, you know what I'm saying, the starting backcourt first, right? So
Hmm.
we there for the starting introductions. They like Charlotte in the Spectrum Center and introduced Kemba Walker, and the crowd went bananas for our point guard, bro. When they introduced Kemba Walker, man, Charlotte Stadium was rocking. You could feel like the
Into
thing
shaking.
under your feet, right?
Hmm.
And then they said RJ Barrett name, and it was like 5 times louder than Kemba Walker, bro. I was like, yo, this crowd, and I forgot that RJ Barrett, because I was like, why are they rooting for RJ? But he played college ball in North
Boy,
Carolina.
yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Hmm.
I was like, wow. And then they go through they name the guys for rest of the lineup, right? And then they, you know what I'm saying, they announce the guys and they got their music bumping. You know how it is with intros, right? They name and they starting lineup, and people at the concession stand like, yeah, let me get a hot dog with mustard and all for they lineup.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that rubbed Charlotte the wrong way, bro.
Of
Cause
course
they
it
like
did.
Miles Bridges, and you out here hearing crickets and stuff, and you like, oh boy, the Hornets feel so disrespectful to come out and
But that's our problem. That's our problem because we don't have that same energy at the Garden. We just be letting teams
Yeah.
come up there and cook us, or a player cook
Hmm.
us, and not take it to heart. Like, oh, they cheering
That's
for
true.
a certain player, and we don't go out there and just spank them. Like, I don't understand. We just lie on our back and just be like, okay, well, you can step all over us. It don't matter.
Very
yeah,
true. I
yeah.
went to that game this season. I went to a matinee game at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, I can't come to a game at this time no more ever again.
Right.
They were just dead in there, like
That
dead.
did you went on on Kids Day? Was that the Kids Day game? 12 o'clock, the 12 o'clock
Nah,
game.
I don't think it was a kids day game, but it was I told you it was the game where QG went on when he had like 27 that game. He was hitting all them threes against the Bucks on the Saturday game. It was during, yeah, it was like 12 in the afternoon, but it was whack. It was definitely whack. Like it was
And we lost,
definitely whack.
right?
Yeah, we lost, and it was still a good game. Like QG was hitting threes and stuff like that. Then they started to push and come back. They cut the lead down to like 8, and they was still dead. I'm like, y'all just dead in here. Like, y'all dead.
Right,
Acting
bro.
like the Brooklyn
In
Nets crowd.
Atlanta, I ain't even
Mm.
gonna lie to y'all. In Atlanta, because in Charlotte, the game that I mentioned, that was a Knicks home game, right? It was about 14,000 people in there, and about 9,000 of them was Knicks fans. We had our own sections in there. Well, all you saw was like orange and blue in there, right? And every time the Knicks did something, the stadium they thing would be rocking. Bro. When y'all talk to Rob the Nick was there. Me, Uncle Fulio. If Uncle Fulio in the chat, Uncle Fulio tell you, Stafford Don, a bunch of us went to that one. Jay Boogie, there's a bunch of us at that one. But then I went to Atlanta, and the Knicks played Atlanta on a Saturday night, bro. It was like about 14,000 people in there, and it was probably about 8,000 Knicks fans, about 4,000 casual Atlanta fans. Like, hey, what's going on tonight? Well, the Hawks playing the Knicks. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And then it was like 3,000 hardcore Hawks fans, right? And they was trying to drown out like 8,000 Knicks fans, and it was the most frustrating thing you ever saw because they couldn't drown us out because we was crazy. Every time like the Knicks did anything good, like set a screen, we was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm. He was letting them hear it.
yeah, yeah. It was like anytime the Knicks did anything, the Knicks hit a free throw. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a Saturday night, it was lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting at when I said all that to say this, is if you can imagine what that's like on the road with a team that's just a meandering team with no direction. When this team gets a young star before his prime, yo, like if this team has gets a young thoroughbred, like just about to hit his prime, bro. If you love the Knicks now, and the Knicks ain't done nothing, imagine if the Knicks had a John Morant type player. Imagine if the Knicks had an Anthony Edwards type player.
Bro, we like it's the perfect storm to get Donovan Mitchell. It's just you can even play off the whole Marvel universe with that. Like you got him being Spider. You could play off of that. Like the marketing on that is just so big. Like you could have many billboards up there with him, Spider-Man, and Donovan Mitchell with the Knicks. So much money, and you could even, if RJ ascends to what he's supposed to, you could even give him one of them Avengers things. You could give him one of those things, and you just play. There's so much money to be made. The excitement would be so much. I just don't understand it. It's like, are they afraid of excitement? I don't get it.
I think that's y'all's conundrum, bro. I think that's the new school Knicks conundrum.
Listen, I'm all for it. I just don't want to give up 7 picks. I'm cool with the players.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with the players. Okay, I already know what's going to take. It's going to take 3 of the young players. But 7, 8 picks, like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if I give up 7 to 8 picks, I mean, every time I see you, Danny A, you got to shoot the fair one. Every time.
Every
At
time,
this point, I'll give him Fournier, IQ, Obi, and like 3 or 4. I'm not going more than that. But that's it. I'll give like 3, honestly. Honestly, like 3. I'm not pushing for it.
Like 7 is OD. Like I said, you have to fight every single time. Every single time, because now I feel like you violated me, like you robbed me. Now I gotta fight you every time.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I would give them my favorite young player right now, and I know it's always a moving target with the young players, but my favorite young player right now is probably Emmanuel Quickly, right? And I'm talking about aside from the obvious. I'm talking about aside from RJ and Mitch, right? I'm talking about and I know those guys are older. I know all these young dudes we got, all of them are older than RJ. Even Miles McBride, I think, is older than RJ Barrett, right? But what I'm saying is this. If you got to get the deal done to bring in that guy, because here's the thing. Say we go get Donovan Mitchell. Right, and I know the tickets at the Garden going to skyrocket.
Okay.
Right, instead of being $400 to be in a nosebleed type area.
Oh, you're paying $1,500.
Yes.
Paying $1,500.
Yes.
For it.
So now I gotta buy a suite to make sure that we, you know what I'm saying. So we get a suite. You know, the suite is gonna go. The suite that's usually $6,000 is gonna be $8,000. Right, for one game for 20 people, right? So we get the suite. Me, you, the Blorange Tears family, we in the building, and in a tight game, we in there in a tight game against the Golden State Warriors. We see Donovan Mitchell go off for like 45, like 18 in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? In the garden is rocking. Golden State burning up their timeouts. And we in there just going, bro. Like the thing is, when we go to get, it be too much high fiving. I got like a high five rule. Like I'm gonna high five you about 15 to 20 times. But hey, anything over 20 times is excessive, bro.
Word.
Why you got to high five like 20? We fans, we not players. We high fiving like 20 times.
Word. And you know what else is crazy? You know how much money you'll make that Utah game. That Utah game coming to town. Oh, Utah coming to the Garden.
Yeah.
Donovan gonna get that. Yeah, Donovan gonna give him 60 tonight. Just give him a rock. He gonna go for 60, 70 points just because it was his old team. Yeah. And now we have another 60-point moment after Bernard King and the Melo, and now we got a Donovan Mitchell going over for 60. Because I remember that Melo game when he went for 60. That was fun to watch.
It was wild.
Yeah. So Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Obi and Quickly are untouchable crazy people. Really?
Nah, they
I
not.
don't think so.
I
They're
don't
not.
think so.
Untouchable?
The
I'm
closest
telling you
thing.
right now. Oh, my fault, Kendall. Go ahead.
No, I would say to that point, the closest person that might be untouchable between those two might be Obi because they drafted him. That was
Right.
their pick. That's the only one that may be untouchable for that. But Donovan Mitchell untouchable? I don't think so.
Yeah, only Knicks fans say that guys off their bench are untouchable. Only Knicks fans do that. Like, yeah, man, this guy, Julius Randle's backup is untouchable. yo, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, and Jalen Brunson backup is untouchable. I mean, I get it. I get it from a loyalty perspective, and I get it from a perspective of being patient. But to say they untouchable, and in the words of Sean Connery, if y'all ever saw that movie on The Untouchables, Sean Connery says, "No, Captain, everyone's touchable." I know y'all ain't ever seen that Untouchables movie with Sean Connery and what's my man name from The Bodyguard? What's my man name from The Bodyguard? The dude,
Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner. Yeah, Kevin Costner and Sean Connery. He's like, Kevin Costner's like, man, these guys are untouchable, and Sean Connery's like, no, Captain, everyone's touchable. Brad Johnston is in the building, man. Hey, Brad Johnston, how you doing, brother? Thank you for the generous contribution, man.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully you like the content out here. Thank you, Sue.
Sure. Salute to everybody in the chat. Smash that like, subscribe, and hit the notice. Hit the notification bell.
All right, and if you started watching the Knicks from maybe 2004 to now, whatever, this is for you. This is
for you. Yeah, this is your channel. This is your channel to
everyone's
hit
welcome,
us up.
Of course.
Everybody's welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Hey, so I think the approach of a lot of Knicks fans is, hey, man, don't trade that much for Donovan Mitchell, and we may not be able to get Donovan Mitchell if we don't pay the price. My fear is that if they don't get Donovan Mitchell and everybody has their heart set on him, I think this will be the season where the fans legit turn on Leon Rose.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He could be gone. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he might be gone towards the end of the year. After the season.
All the stars are aligned, so you gotta put us in a position to be a better team in order for you to keep your job, or you're gone.
Exactly. Are you going to jump in the fight or not? Like you seeing your man's getting beat up. He's literally watching us get beat up by like 5 people, and then he don't want to jump in. He's sitting there like, nah, I'll wait for my right punch. Like, bro, when is the right punch? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
I just it's just frustrating because you see everybody else get better, and then you just sitting in the wind, just let things go. It's annoying.
Yeah, very, very. Are y'all willing to wait though? Like legit, just think about it. Think about next year's draft is a loaded NBA draft. It's a historic draft. We've been looking forward to this draft for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's draft. It's the reason why the Knicks did the picks in 2021 and 2023 for Porzingis, because we knew 2021 was going to be a deep draft, and we knew 2023 was going to be a deep draft. So shout out to Steve Mills for getting something right? Because he was like, yo, you could have got more draft picks and blah, 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 blah. But nah, because multiple draft picks in the 2022 draft and multiple draft picks in the 2025 draft, that don't mean nothing to us. But having a shot in the 2023 draft, bro.
Yeah, but
now we cooking.
Yeah, but we never make our shots. That's the thing. That's the thing. We like I said earlier, we're gonna fall short because this team is not built to like win 17 games, and we got the top lottery pick. this team is gonna win 35 to 30 to 40 games, and then we're not gonna get into those top 5 picks, or maybe I don't know how many people
But
are.
we could go into the top 5 if we move into the season with all them draft picks we got.
That's you know what I mean? That's
why I said 2 years. You gotta wait it out. That's why I said 2 years, because they could take those pieces and go get a player, or they could take those pieces and move up in the draft.
yeah, but when the French
I don't
kid
want them
is
to
a
move
game
up in the
changer.
draft. Yeah, I don't want them to move up in the draft. I want
Yeah,
them to go get the superstar.
like unless it was a guarantee we was getting a French kid who was just gonna change your franchise immediately.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
but y'all don't want the Thompson twins, bro.
I do,
He's
but
not guaranteeing me 50 wins. He's not guaranteeing me 50
I just
No.
know that.
I'm talking about the Thompson twins in the draft.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that any one of those guys
okay.
are not guaranteed. They're not. I mean, they're guaranteed, but then we're not guaranteed to get a pick. Like we're not guaranteed to get that pick.
Right.
And I know how they do us.
Bro, the Thompson twins, bro. Even though I love Scoot Henderson, right? I love Scoot Henderson. Ultimately, my dream is now washed away because we got Jalen Brunson, and getting Scoot Henderson would basically mean we wasted money on Jalen. Scoot. If we get Scoot Henderson, ultimately that means we wasted money on Jalen Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Thompson twins are 6'7" uber athletes with handles, and they got like these weird. Yo, it's like you know how brothers.
Don't get me started on the next draft, Free, because I'm a big draft dude. I be covering the draft by myself for years.
Bro, I'm telling you, the Thompson twins. It's like when the bully pushed one of the brothers down, and they just snap and they go OD on the bully.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now the bully in the principal office with his nose bleeding. And, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's like.
But it's just that PTSD where we know for a fact that no matter what we do, we can have the worst record in the league and we still somehow end up with the 9th pick.
Right. I'm sorry, man. The Paris Douglas says, I'm always stuck in the past. Obi's an all-star. I'm gonna go to his basketball reference page because clearly I missed it. Obi Toppin is an all-star.
I feel like he
the only time Obi's the all-star was in the slam dunk contest.
Right.
Nah, I ain't gonna do him like that, OD like that. But I feel like Obi. In a different situation, he may have a chance. But it's just not this situation. It's just not here. That's the only problem. If we didn't have Randall, then I'll say that.
I'm not clowning Obi, bro. But what I'm saying is I know a lot of players have potential, right? I know a lot of players have potential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. A lot of players have potential, but how do you skip the fact that the guy playing in front of him has made an All-Star game?
Has made second team All NBA.
Has been second team All NBA.
Most
right. How do you just throw that dude away because of your affinity with his backup, who is only, I think, like 3 years younger? I think he only 3 years younger than Julius Randle.
Now I could see if Obi coming the season and he's putting up in whatever 17 minutes a game and he putting up 13, 14 points, and now it's looking like, oh, okay, now if I double his minutes, can he give me double the value? Then it becomes a time where, all right, now we can have this conversation. We got to get rid of Randall for Obi. But if he's not doing that, then we can't really have that conversation because we need Randall right now. We need him. So.
And yo, Jermaine Royce just summed it up good. He said, I be clowning Obi behind closed doors. He be hyping him up. Nah, what I really be wanting is for Knicks fans just to be real about Obi. Does he have potential? Yes. Can he be something special at some point? Possibly. But is he that right now?
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking. That's the point that I be speaking to.
No.
And
why
that's
he's
the
not
same thing that I'm
untouchable.
saying about Grimes. The reason why I call Grimes a ham sandwich is because we were trying to call Quentin Grimes Klay Thompson Jr., right? Klay Thompson light. And my man averaged 6 points a game.
Nah, but when people say that, because I said it too when I first saw him, I'm like, it's not. Y'all hear the name Klay Thompson, just automatically assume we're just saying he's the next Klay Thompson. We're just saying that if Klay Thompson is the head of the tree, then there's guys underneath him with that same archetype that they don't necessarily have to be Klay Thompson. It's just the archetype of him will
You talking about
be,
3-and-D shooting guards?
yeah, like a Danny Green, Quinn Grimes. They all fall from that same tree.
He's
It's
not
just,
better right now. He's not better than Danny Green.
oh, but we still gotta wait. I mean, it's only been one rookie year. Like, it ain't like he's been playing for 10 years, and then we just saying that. He only
He shoots 68% from the free throw line. How can I trust a shooter that can't shoot free throws?
So QG.
Yep. Q. Grimes is 68% from the free throw line.
That's bad.
How can I trust that? The data that y'all supplying me doesn't
That's
add
bad.
up. Is he a great
That's
defender? Yes. The all the other stuff that we trying to attribute to him.
What's his free throw shooting in the summer league?
I don't know.
I know it wasn't that low.
It
Nah, it
wasn't.
wasn't no 68.
I
It wasn't no
don't
68.
know.
It probably in the 80s. But my thing is this: Klay Thompson's the elite of a 3-and-D shooting guard. Because that's honestly what Klay Thompson is. He's an all-star 3-and-D shooting guard. Like, but he's just one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's not one of those guys going. But yeah, we've seen him take over the game where he was hot and then miss a shot and all of that. But I mean, that's his skill. Like, he's gonna do that. But I don't think on his own team he's gonna be the guy. Like, he has to be the number 2 or 3. He's never gonna. And I don't think he ever would have been the guy to give me 27 to 30 points a game.
Right.
By himself on his own team, by the way. Like, by himself. With everybody scouting on him only versus being with Curry and Draymond, where the game is easier, a little bit easier for you, on KD. So, I mean, I don't think Grimes, to say that, I don't think Grimes will be Klay, but he'll be like an off-brand. Like, it still tastes good. Like, the off-brand cereal still tastes good.
Yeah, like he can be cheesy poofs. Like, he can never be cheese doodles, but he can be cheesy poofs.
Yeah, like he can't be cinnamon toast crunch, but he could be cinnamon squares. It's still gonna taste good.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. I don't want to knock Grimes, man. I think Grimes would be a good player. You know what I'm saying? I think Grimes would be a good player, man. I'm just like easy with the comparisons, man. Just let Grimes develop into the player that because you don't know. You really don't know. You know what I'm saying? What Grimes can be. It just takes some time, man. It just takes some time. And Klay Thompson Jr. Wow. 4-time NBA champion Klay Thompson.
No, we
wow.
not Klay Thompson.
I'm
We
not
talking
go
about
there.
like Klay Thompson is the great grandfather. And then he got juniors. He like Klay Thompson the 5th. He ain't Klay Thompson.
Put the tier list. Like, Klay Thompson is the top of the tier of the wing of 3-and-D. You know what I'm saying? Like, Klay Thompson is the premier elite 3-and-D shooting guard.
Exactly. Right. This is where you want to be if you work at it. But
I mean,
everybody has that.
I can see QG being better than Desmond Bane. I ain't gonna lie. I could definitely see that. Because Desmond Bane don't really put the ball on the ground, but QG can do that. QG can put the ball on the ground.
Will he be better than Danny Green? Yes. He's better. He will be better than Danny Green. Danny Green could not put the ball on the floor. All he could do was just run around and shoot.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
Danny Green from Long Island, and I can't even argue with that.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way Danny Green wears hats. He wear like it's still 2002. It's annoying.
Yeah. Because he old school. I shout out to Long Island basketball. Tobias Harris too, right?
Yeah, Tobias. I seen Tobias. Tobias is when I was in ninth grade. Tobias, I used to verse Tobias' team every 2 years. So I used to go
Okay,
to Tobias' school, and he used to come to my school.
okay,
It's
okay,
So
tough.
I seen him. Yeah, I seen him in ninth grade. He was in 12th grade, and I was in ninth grade, and I
okay.
was there. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
man.
okay, okay.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. Like my, yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking that we overrate the kids a little teeny bit. Like we overrate Obi.
Yeah,
Like we think a Obi
yes.
top and breakaway dunk is worth 19 points. It ain't. It's
Obi
worth
is
two.
box office. Obi is box office,
He's just box office.
and he's energy off the bench. Like he's out transition because the Knicks don't have any pace. So when Obi gets out in that break and dunks, it just feels good to have some type of transitional offense and it's going in for the first time. Instant.
Facts.
Oh, you know what I mean? Instant transition offense. Like the
Facts.
Knicks can have wide open layups and blow it. It's good to have somebody that's gonna dunk and people's gonna move out the way, or you're gonna get touched.
It's the difference between Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan. Like people forget how great of a player Dominique Wilkins was in his prime.
He
Because
was
Michael
nasty.
Jordan. Because Michael
Dominique
Jordan was there
Wilkins
taking a
would
shot.
give
Mhm.
Mike Jordan
The
and Scottie
business.
Pippen the business, bro.
Yeah, they said that in the street game. If you go on the street and put Dominique Williams on the street, they said he was tearing Michael Jordan up. He cannot
Uh,
guard him.
he was too
Cannot guard him.
strong and too athletic. Like who do you think is the better athlete, Dominique Wilkins or Michael Jordan? Immediately, people were like, Mike Jordan is.
No,
Mike had a
Dominique.
46-inch vertical in his hang
No,
time
Dominique.
because a lot of times,
Dominique.
if you have hang time, you don't have an explosive vertical. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a dude to get a running start and just hang in the air, he get to like 38 inches and just be up there, just be in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is like 46 inches and got hang time.
So it looked better.
Yeah, yeah. So you like this dude's a Skywalker.
But Dominique had 40 inches, but he dunked the ball man hard.
Yeah,
Almighty finesse said
Dominique
Dominique is a ham
Dominique had
sandwich.
like a 44-inch vertical, maybe 45-inch vertical. But it was like Shaq dunking, like Shaq in a small forward body. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw Dominique Wilkins dunk on the Bulls one time. The Bulls was up by 20, right? Dominique Wilkins shoots it. It hit front rim, bounce off, and it's like 4 Chicago Bulls waiting to get the rebound. This dude come from out of nowhere and yam on the crowd backwards, hang on the rim, and the Bulls coach called a timeout. And he was like, "If y'all ever, yo, Dominique Wilkins was something special, man. But I was hoping that Obi could probably morph into something like that, man. Obi, you got all the skills, brother. You got all the abilities. I'm sorry, not the skills, but all the abilities to be that, right? Because right now, I think he's smaller than Dominique Wilkins was in his prime. Dominique Wilkins was like 6'8" and some change, like 2 something or whatever. And Obi is like what, 6'9"?
Yeah, I think.
Hey, Sherwin, how
I think
tall is
they
Obi?
lying.
6'10"?
I think they're lying.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
Obi's 6'7". I'll be honest with you.
No, I
Maybe
think he's
6'8".
6'9". I think he's 6'9" because when he was standing next to KD, he wasn't looking that short. I ain't gonna lie, he definitely wasn't looking that short to KD. And KD really like 6'10", 6'11". Everybody just see he's 7 foot.
KD,
Right.
nah, KD's 7 foot.
Nah, he really
KD's
6'11", 6'10". I'm telling you.
Nah, people that's 6'11" and 7 foot in my eyes.
Yeah, my homeboy Ant 6'11", right? And when we go places, people are like, "Wow, how tall are you?" And immediately I'll be like 7'7". Like, wow, 7'7". You're like, nah, man, I'm not 7 foot. I'm 6'11" and a half. Really? Ant, you 6'11" and a half, bro?
Exactly. You 7 foot, bro. You 7 foot.
Right. So for anybody that's 6'5", bro, when you stand next to somebody that's 6'8", they look like, because I got a homeboy, Big Kev. All of us used to play in the industrial league together. Big Kev is 6'8" and a half, and I'm 6'5", right? And I legit at 6'5" have to talk to Big Kev like this, like, Kev, you know what I'm saying? Blase, 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 blase. You know
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
it be. You feel like you're 6'1". Yeah, because I got a couple of friends that's like 6'7", 6'9", and I be like, oh, come on. I'm 6'5" too, so I'll be like,
see, That's why I don't give people that 6'5" and above daps and stuff. I feel like I'm a baby. Like don't even stand next to me, bro. Because I'm short. I'm short, so I'll be feeling away. I'm comfortable with my height and all that, but I'll be feeling away like 6'5", 6'6" with people coming. Like I'm the funniest person in the room, and once somebody's 6'6", 6'5" and all to come, they like all be like, man, like it'd be like LeBron walking out, like, man, now my jokes gotta hit a little better.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And so and I said all of that to say Obi has the skills to be something special, but we just gotta, I mean, I'm sorry, I keep saying skills, the abilities to be something special, right? It's just for him to refine those skills, right? And to say that right now, man, I just gotta wait. Obi ain't that yet. Grimes ain't that yet. IQ is the only shooter that can't shoot.
Well, I heard he was a lights out. That's like when coming in. I heard he was lights out. Like he was just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Like you better watch it. Don't leave
At
him
Houston,
open.
he was shooting. And then think about it at the NBA draft combine. That boy, he was shooting at the combine.
But I think
he was this kid.
I don't think it's necessarily like that he can't shoot. I think it's the type of shots he's taking.
You talking about quickly?
Yeah, I think it's the type of shots quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His shot selection is terrible.
And that's why I don't want him to start or be the primary point guard, because it's like his shot, like you can't on a fast break take a 40-foot 3-point.
Yeah, you're playing 2K in real life.
Like you can't do that. Like this is not first of all, you're not Curry, and this is not Coach Carter with Cruz where he did that. Like
he's playing a video game. He's playing my career mode.
Yeah, no, that's not how you. That's not going to get you a starting job. Well, it's too late for that anyway because Brunson got it. But that wasn't going to get you the starting job if anybody wanted him to have it. That alone is the defense of why he shouldn't be the starter, and plus he misses passes.
Right.
Yeah, he started passing late in the season, like after the All-Star break, and that's when everybody was trying to make the case for him trying to be the point guard and him getting those little triple doubles. I mean, the triple doubles was nice; it was showing what he could do, but I don't think that's going to be in a consistent basis for IQ. And that's just my opinion.
Right.
IQ. I like him. His shot selection is terrible. If he can work on that and get others involved more, maybe you're looking at a 6-man or 7-man rule. But
yeah, that's why I always say IQ and Obi are a tandem. They're just a tandem. Like I like the energy they bring off the bench. Like I like that, but they gotta do more. They gotta be able to produce more to take those starting spots that everyone thinks that they can do, which I think they can. But for right now, that's not what we need from them. We need to be focusing on getting a Donovan Mitchell, a star, or something if you want to compete.
Right. No doubt. This is the debate, y'all, that I get in constantly with people. Like people say Emmanuel quickly can shoot, right? Yo, IQ can shoot, man. Why you always be bashing IQ? Bro, look at this dude's career free field goal percentage is 39.3.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right. Look at his career for a shooter. His career 3-point percentage is 36.5, right?
So league average.
Right. And last year he shot 34.6.
And if y'all bashing RJ for shooting 40%, then what's this?
Yeah, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, man, the narratives are outpacing reality with us. Right? Now, think about all the stuff that we said about Grimes, Obi, and IQ. And then we're telling ourselves, nah, I'm not going to trade that for Donovan Mitchell, who's averaged 20 points a game every year of his career. He's been in the league 5 years, and he averaged 20 points plus every year.
And on good splits.
And we're like, nah, man, I'll pass. So I say all of that to say that not to bash our players, because all young players need time to grow. But at the same time, we have to use some perspective, man. Like when are we gonna start I'm trying not to get into an old school Knicks thing, man. But listen, okay, I got to. So this year comes by, right? 1984. The Chicago Bulls draft a dude out of North Carolina named Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He come in the league. He the most athletic guy. Blah 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 blah. And so the Knicks are like, yo, we can get an athletic guy like that from anywhere. All he do is shoot. He don't pass to his teammates. All he do is shoot. This is the knock on early Michael Jordan. He don't pass. All he does is shoot.
Yeah.
That's the knock on early Michael Jordan. They don't know that he a winner. They don't understand that he's shooting because can't nobody else shoot. All they see is him taking all the shots. Right? So the Knicks are like, yo, we'll finally we'll take Gerald Wilkins. So we took Gerald Wilkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
We drafted Pat Ewing in the first, Gerald Wilkins in the second round. Gerald Wilkins is Dominique Wilkins' brother. Right? He's super athletic at the 2, just like Mike, right? But all these years pass, you don't see nobody wearing Gerald Wilkins shoes 20 years after his retirement.
Oh, yeah, no.
Gerald Wilkins don't own an NBA franchise. Gerald Wilkins don't have 6 NBA titles. Gerald Wilkins don't have all these MVP. You can't just go. You can't just because a guy has the ability to do stuff. You can't assume that he'll be as good as another guy with the same type of abilities. Because at some point you got to measure heart and skills. Just because Obi can jump out the gym like Sean Kemp, don't mean that Obi gonna be Sean Kemp. And that was my mistake. I was thinking that Obi was gonna be Sean Kemp, but Sean Kemp was a high level rebounder
and shoot. He could shoot it. He could shoot.
Yeah. I
was
was thinking Obi was gonna be Sean Kemp, not Amari, because Amari Stoudemire is huge.
Yeah,
right.
He was a monster. He was dunking on people since he got in the league.
Yeah, with power.
With power. He violated all of McKendy.
Yo, bro. That dude violated us. That dude used to dunk on us, bro. That's how come we knew we wasn't athletic. Them dudes was rolling out cats like Amari Stoudemire, Leandro Barbosa, all these dudes, all these athletes.
I knew
and
we
the
wasn't
Knicks is
athletic.
Out there with Clarence Weatherspoon.
Yeah, I knew we wasn't athletic because Gerald Greeni used to come in and windmill all over the place, jumping out the gym, all over the place, and while we getting little layups.
Yeah, barely.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So, bro, new school Knicks, man. How y'all liking it?
Oh, this is good. This is
dope. We got plenty of content lined up for y'all. Y'all keep checking in with us. The ideas gonna get doper and doper. We want the young cats to come out here and express. You can hit me up. My name is right here. You can subscribe to me, write me, whatever you need to. I'm taking any content, all ideas, and I'm turning into
facts. Everybody's all ears. We got merch coming soon. We got all
merch
that
coming soon. All that.
Yeah, man. I kind of like this vibes. I kind of like your perspective on Knicks basketball, because I know a lot of times I get mad historic with the Knicks content, and it's like a breath of fresh air that we can just talk Knicks basketball from a current perspective. I know all the current stuff, but in terms of
how the new generation see it.
Yeah, the hopefulness, like the Uncle Freezy be patient thing, like. And I'm like, yo, I drew a line in the sand in 1987. I was like, yo, if we don't win a championship in 1987, I'm telling you, I don't know what I'll do. And bro, that was like what, 35 years ago?
Right.
So now I'm still mad.
Man,
at least you've seen them get to the, get there and be good and be great. And you see some good historical moments in the Garden. Like we barely got those.
Exactly.
Barely.
I mean, everything comes full circle because in 20, 30 years, we're going to be the new Uncle Freezies and sitting there talking about we drew the line in 2022. We ain't get Donovan Mitchell.
Think about that. We don't got no historical moments as a Knicks player. The only thing we could think about is other players coming in here dropping 60 or 50 on us.
Nah, I got a couple because that Marbury game-winning layup was fire, and the David Lee one with the tap back was fire, and the Melo 62, the Chicago game, the Easter game. I mean, it's a couple of story moments that I like.
Right. And the Mike Breen call Carmelo with the 3 over Taj Gibson.
With the
when you start screaming bang, yeah.
It's a few. It's just not in the playoffs. Like we don't got no big playoff moments. We don't got none of that.
But no champagne in the locker room.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? No goggles and cigars
Nope.
and
I don't even think the water
hats
work.
with the LOB on it.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
even think the
saying?
water work in the locker rooms for them because they don't never win nothing. Which I deserve. Y'all don't deserve water.
Yeah. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve clean towels and that, right?
Or y'all bring your own clothes. Like y'all bring your own jerseys from last time. Matter of fact, I get the replicas from the NBA store. That's what y'all get.
Yeah, man. And so it's like these feelings like these feelings that the Knicks get, they fake feelings. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no real moment like when Pat Ewing finally got over the hump and the Knicks was going to the NBA Finals and Pat jumped up on the table and stretched his arms out like, "We did it!" You know what I'm saying? Y'all have that feeling, bro.
I want the Allen Houston floater, and then he punched the air. Like I want those moments. Like we don't got that. We don't got none of that. Like
we won't have.
We got Roy Hibbert blocking Melo in the playoffs. We got that.
Yeah, y'all got JL Smith running the wrong play against the Indiana Pacers. Everybody doing their thing. My man, I forget the point guard name, wound up throwing the ball out of bounds against the Pacers. The Pacers up by 4. JL Smith's supposed to be in one spot. He fake and then wait for the pass, and we passed the ball out of bounds. And the Pacers get the ball back and then run us off the floor.
We do got one. We do got one playoff moment when that Iman Shumpert putback was tough.
Oh yeah, that was OD.
That was tough. That was tough.
OD.
And we would have won that game. I feel like because we was beating Miami, we was spanking Miami that whole year. So we would have got past the Pacers. We could have made the finals. Because Melo was cooking Braun and them that whole year. He was not playing with them.
JR was too.
Yeah,
because when Melo got injured, JR was going crazy that year.
Man.
He had like 3 game winners.
Yep.
Yeah, them shots right on the baseline.
And the term heat check, bro. The heat check from J.R. Smith hit a 30-foot 3 off 1 foot and spun around and left his hand in the air and it went in. I was like, oh, y'all done now, bro.
That's Steve Novak. Yeah, that's Knicks because it's Steve Novak and JR off the bench. They was getting 8 threes apiece. That discount double check. Like, you getting 8 threes apiece off the bench. 2 players was crazy. When he used to go like this on his waist.
Discount
Novak.
Steve Novak was that guy. That's a legend we don't talk about. He's a Knicks legend we don't talk about. Underrated legend.
And he's a legend, right? But for what?
For nothing.
For nothing, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Hitting threes.
Every time I hear Novak name, all I think about is D'Antoni screaming orange. That's the audible. Remember the audible? When the Knicks needed a basket, D'Antoni would scream orange, and that's the cue to everybody to scream for Steve Novak. Facts. And Carmelo Anthony would be sucking his Carmelo Anthony would be like, God damn. Why you calling orange, man? And he'll go out there and fake screen. But Novak would hit it.
And the Garden be lit for Novak to hit it too. Like
and the Tyson Chandler tap back rebounds. We tap the ball back tough. Tyson Chandler was tough. That's another legend we don't talk about. Tyson Chandler was tough.
The new school fans, they don't have a Larry Johnson 4-point play.
Nope.
Right? Nah. They don't have a Starks dunk. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm asking, like, how long new school fans gonna wait?
I ain't waiting.
I ain't waiting no more.
I don't wait no more. That's why I said 2 more years, and that's that line will be drawn. You know, you said that line you drew in '86 or '85.
Yeah.
This is that line. My finger's getting closer and closer to that ground to draw it. Because they got, like I said, the stars are all aligned for the Knicks right now. How many times is all the pieces that the Knicks have right now all click at the same time? You got to take advantage of this. It's like you sitting there and you watching a 50-mile-per-hour pitch come, and you still not gonna swing. You just gonna wait for it because you know another pitch coming after that.
And you know what's crazy? Because like if you bring it to baseball, the Mets was getting clowned for a long time, and they turning it around already. They turning it around. We've been turning it around, and now like, what is the Knicks gonna do? Y'all supposed to be the premier team of the city.
Every
Y'all
other
supposed.
team is turning it around. Like Kendall said, you look at the Giants, the Jets, the Yankees, and the Mets. They all turned around, and the Bills,
And the Bills.
And
and
even
the
bring it to
Bills,
hockey. The Rangers was just on.
the
Wasn't they?
Rangers.
It's like we sitting there on our like sitting on our hands, like, oh no, we'll wait. That's what we saying. The line is growing for me. Exactly. For me, I know I've been watching the Knicks for 20 years now. I ain't seen nothing. So the line's growing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, at what point? At what point is um clear-minded thinking gonna outweigh frustration?
Facts. They don't get Donovan Mitchell. I'm signing a 10-day. I'm going to a tryout and training camp.
Yeah, something. I got to do something. And I'm not asking them to even. Man, I think the Knicks are 4 players away. Right? I think the Knicks are legit 4 high-level players away. Now, do you have a couple of those on the roster already? We don't know. You hope RJ is one. I know for a fact Julius is one because he made the All-Star team,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what are we going to get from Mitchell Robinson?
And Brunson.
What are we going to get from Cam Reddish? What are we going to get from Obi, Grimes, McBride, IQ, Farron Hunt, Jericho Sims? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to get from all them guys? Hopefully one of them guys will step up. Hopefully one of them guys. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all smash the like button. Support your boys, man. If y'all like this
Yeah,
kind of
please.
content, man, y'all smash that
Like
like button, man. Y'all smash that like button, man. Support your people, man.
We appreciate y'all being here.
Our man, the fella's been rocking for like an hour and wow. Hey, yeah, we got to wrap up in a few minutes, bro.
Yes, sir.
We probably got to wrap up so I can do some pre-production.
Yeah, because
for old school Knicks. Yeah, but the guy's been rocking, man. Y'all show your love. For the fellas, this they spot. They're gonna be doing this for a minute, so y'all come through, support these guys. They're gonna be talking new school Knicks from today's perspective, some fresh takes about y'all guys, man. So you know what I'm saying, just show up and tap that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Hey guys, y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you everybody for coming out. Appreciate that. It's like one of my first times really actually being on camera because I'm always with the camera off. So I mean, hopefully I like the content. Hopefully we can keep this going. Like we said, we got merch coming, new ideas. Hit us at any given time in the private chat, whatever. If y'all on a panel for like next morning drive, whatever, just hit us. And I'm always very humble. So like anything, any idea.
Y'all on social media?
Yeah, I'm on social media.
Y'all on Twitter?
No, I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram mostly. So
I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Yeah, maybe we should create some show titles like New School Knicks or something like that, like a New School Knicks handle on Twitter. Don't nobody go out there and take it. Don't be a troll and take it for no reason, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? But maybe we should do a New School Knicks Twitter handle, and then that way they can reach out to y'all directly or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's something that we can work on.
Yeah, actually, we'll work on that. We'll get that up today for anybody in the chat that want to give us any ideas or content. We'll make that today. It'll probably be under like New School Knicks podcast or something like that. Some New School Knicks Blorange Tears, something. It'll be under something under that. So
yeah, man.
Be on the lookout for that page coming up soon. I want to say big shout out to Uncle Freezy and Mr. Rivera for having me and creating something that was cool and a great idea, and I had to be a part of because I've been part of these Knicks and I will die for them. So I want to say big shout out to them and big shout out to everybody in the chat for coming through on our first day. You guys made it a great show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everybody
on
in
a
the
Sunday
chat.
morning. This is church.
Sunday morning,
Knicks
big
church.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Well, hey, party people. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. New School Knicks is a thing officially. We'll be back Sunday morning at 9:00. Y'all come out and rock with Mr. Rivera and with Greeny. I think we got one more person. I think we might have one more person coming on board. I think don't want to say just yet. We want to finalize that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we may have one more person to make a trio. and I'll be somewhere in the background, dilly dallying, pill palling around, probably working on videos or something. But the people have spoken. Knicks fans, y'all got what y'all want. Yeah,
Yes,
y'all got the
sir.
opposite of an Uncle Freezy. Y'all ain't gonna hear me talk about Michael Ray Richardson all the time no more. Now y'all got exactly what y'all been wanting, a new school Knicks joint where people that y'all can kind of relate to and such. And so since the people have spoken, we're gonna give you what you want. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned for Old School Knicks right around the corner. With an old man gonna be in here passing gas and drinking coffee, talk about the Knicks, Old School Knicks. Hey, we'll see y'all in a few minutes. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
All right. Yo, for more in-depth Knicks conversations and more Uncle Freezy one-on-one time, consider being a Patreon. The link to our Blorange Tears Patreon page is in the description box below. It's more individual conversations, more in-depth breakdowns. For more of that stuff, consider $2 a month or something cheap like that for more in-depth Knicks conversations. I'll see y'all over there. I'm Uncle Freezy, and you know who I am, Uncle Freezy, the #1 chief rocker in Knicks universe, giving you everything that you want. I will holler at y'all later. Peace, y'all.